Okay guys, today I'll be checking out Spider-Man now. I have no idea what this series is about, nor have I ever read the comics about, Spider-Man, especially this version of Spider-Man. I believe his name is Ben Reilly, right? That I know something about, I do like Spider-Mans, but I haven't read any comics about Spider-Man, nor especially this vision, but I do know something about it. Yeah, and also this is going to be like they're going to have two versions where some is going to be black and white, the other one is going to be color. So yeah, yes, let's watch the first episode of Spider-Man. No.
All I could say for sure was it was the only one I knew of. And that was as true then as it is now. Am I an extraordinary man? Yes. Am I an ordinary man? Yes. I'm both. I'm neither.
Just hearing his voice, like he could not tell me, even if I'm looking outside, that whose voice is this, and I won't recognize it. It's his voice. I won't say iconic as Morgan Freeman, but it's very recognizable.
And I fell in love in this city.
Also, there's interesting artificial, no, like effects, like the way they're doing it. You can see it more like in a 3D way. Like, I'm not complaining. I like it. There's something about it. The way it looks. It's cool. I like it. Although he's Spider, no, he's a little bit more action heavy. Like he doesn't use his powers based on this scene that I have seen so far. He's not really using too much of his powers. Maybe there's a reason why, but yeah, like I said before, I know very little about this vision of Spider-Man.
Bought a ring to make it official. A ring I never had the chance to give her.
So she died.
Ruby once told me that
I guess all Spider-Mans does. Yeah, great power comes great responsibility. All Spider-Mans just have to live in a terrible life.
Sorry, pal. Hey, don't do it, Addison. I'm as liable to shoot you as I am to give chase. Damn it!
So he's being chased by a lot of people, or is he being... a lot of people are looking for him. I don't know why. We're about to find out why. I don't know why I'm asking why, because obviously they're gonna explain why.
Sir, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
where do they go?
Yeah, it's fine. It's Spider-Man. It's fine.
People, Addison. Now, come on, let's go. It's getting late and it smells like shit back here.
I tried to warn you.
What?
Oh.
Now you're gonna burn.
What happens if we just shoot him? Just pull the trigger, what happens? He just dies, right? Yep, just as I thought. Just as I thought. Oh no, but this is the wrong place for this to happen.
Oh, that man was completely on fire. I've never seen such a thing. Should have known it was fishy. They offered me $50 to track down the nobody.
Who hired you?
So you just to wake up and just to go and like, yeah, oh, that man was on fire. Like, come on. I know that you are freaked out, but when you wake up after seeing that, you don't just wake up like that.
It's about my wife.
Okay, I know that look. I was like, why is he looking at me that way? Until I realized, okay, this movie or this series, the time that it was set, it will be a little bit weird when somebody marries someone different. It will be like, are you sure about this? I'm questioning, like, the look, I understand.
Ever since the spider disappeared, Silvermane's got this city by the throat. Crime is out of control, and the police are completely in his pocket. Now the people...
Okay, this guy know that the way he's speaking, it seems like he knows that this guy was the spider guy.
I hope they find someone.
You used to be.
I know who I
Also,
used to be.
yeah, he does know.
And I know who I am now. There's always going to be another Silvermane, Robbie. There's no point in fighting it.
I can't help but wonder what Ruby would think if she...
No, no, don't include in this. Don't include in this. He will get angry, or maybe you get him to do it. But I think it's a low blow.
Ruby's been dead a long time. I don't care what you think anymore.
Yeah, you're lying about that. Your face says something else.
To Silvermane's mansion while he was asleep upstairs. But he failed to kill the old bastard, so brace yourself for a bloody rampage from Silvermane and his goons. If only the spider were here to save us from the madness.
Yeah, but obviously, I think this woman will know that you're writing this and he would try to kill you too. I'm sure that because he doesn't want his reputation being ruined like that. I thought he was going to use his powers, but he was like, ah, damn, stairs. It's going to be a long walk. Unnecessary, but yeah, with it. So I have a question. Would someone with the spider powers be tired because of that? Also, yeah, maybe because of lack of knowledge, I don't really know about his organizers. His powers, are they the same as Spider-Man, or does he have like some powers and also not some powers? Like,
Get off of me!
no.
What the hell?
So he did use his powers for once.
Find me $200, and then I'll tell you where Addison is. And I'll keep the 30 as a tip. Janet will keep the 30 as a tip.
Cute. Real cute.
Oh yeah, the one who started pointing out few guns, so obviously there it goes.
For being alive. You do what you want. I'm leaving this one alone.
You're a coward, Riley. Fortune favors the bold.
Look how poor I am.
And you know, right now somebody are going around like, oh, you know, you can get 1,000 for this and that. It'll be like 1,000. That's so little for this amount of detail like that. I'll get it like nearly like a 50,000. But back then, I assume that like 1,000 would be like a lot of money. Like we would buy a lot of stuff. So yeah, it is a lot of money in there, man.
Like I said, your wife was alone the entire night.
But what about 8 p.m.? The Red Cliff, what was that all about?
Come on, Carmody, smile. This is great news.
You know, he's right. He's right.
It could be a terrifying endeavor. Open yourself up to an...
Your instincts are right, but this dude doesn't want to tell you because, first of all, maybe he's trying to protect you, but mostly he's trying to protect himself because knowing that, you know, telling him more about this, that also means that people are going to find out that you're the one who got these details and he's going to be in trouble and he still wants to be alive.
Who the hell is she?
The only thing I can say with any certainty is she isn't married to that syphilitic walrus.
So, what is that? Like, at first when I saw him doing this, I thought it was no, his spider senses. But
You want to steer clear of the mayor? That's fine. But maybe there's still some cash to be had.
Blackmail, huh? It's not a terrible idea. It's not a good idea, but it's not a terrible idea.
yes, you're considering it, and it's not a terrible idea either.
That ain't gonna be so easy. He's dead. Told you I had it.
Oh, so that's yeah. That was the guy that was also investigating with the.
Sorry, boss.
He was pretending to die, or was he actually, passed out?
The man who hired Addison to kill me. Fair enough.
Oh.
Bring me the other private dick.
Riley, you don't know any more than this guy.
He's got nothing to worry about then, does he?
No. See, the thing is that Riley didn't want to get involved in this, but now that he is somewhat involved, he has to just get rid of the guy.
Because I'm such a nice guy.
I suppose you think you're pretty clever.
No, actually, most days I think I should just stick my head in the oven and get it over with.
What's
Yeah.
stopping you?
Simple. I'm a coward.
Yeah, a lot of vague words, but I'm sure everybody understood what was being talked about. Unless that bodyguard is very intense. Okay, this shot right here, that's a beautiful shot. It's a very, very beautiful. Another shot, right? Beautiful view right there. Yeah.
I like those negatives, please.
Cutting right to it, huh?
So he's not very dense as I thought.
You're gonna give me those negatives. It doesn't have to be like this.
You're right. Stop punching me.
He's not really afraid of heights.
Well, the thing is, I'm not really scared of heights.
Yeah. So like I can just use my webs and get out of it. Yeah, if you throw me out. So yeah, I'm not really afraid of heights. I mean, it could be just like, okay, throw me like. But then again, he does want to keep his secret identity, so. Oh, he might be a monster. He might not be human after all. I don't think he's human. What's happening to him? Don't get in close. I really don't like. Don't get in closer. What's happening to him? Yeah, you don't want that in. It's like becoming fist. Oh, sentiment, sort of like sentiment. Yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna die. He's not afraid of heights. So just hitting him in the head and you'll be out.
Don't hurt him.
Oh, so he was watching all this.
Are you okay?
I mean, she was watching all of this.
What the hell is this?
Just leave us alone, please.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm already involved in way too much that even if I try, it won't work.
Here are the negatives on the house.
Oh, he was like, yeah, I don't want to be involved in this. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this. He really doesn't want any life of this, but still he's an investigator. Like, he's trying to not be what he is.
And the one you met last night, he's disappeared.
Oh.
$50.
So they're like his season.
And the one you met last night, he's disappeared.
Do I want to watch this? I don't want to watch this. It will ruin the next parts of the season.
You're an investigator.
But then again,
Investigate.
let's just watch it.
She is hiding something.
You know, sometimes I think you forget I do this for a living. Come on. What the hell is going on? I can't get into it right now.
Suddenly, you're not the only guy in New York with powers, and you can't get into it.
Okay, so that was indeed the first episode of Spider. I was about to say Spider-Man Noir, but it's just Spider-Noir. That's right. Yeah, and it's a crime thriller Spider-Man movie. It's not more so far from the first episode. So far, it's not really into the fantasy part, but I like it. I like it so far. I can say it's amazing, but I can say it's boring either, because when I usually watch a crime where we have to figure out who did this and then what, I usually get into the mood of like, okay, now I'm getting bored. Like, yeah, this guy did this guy did this, and you are like 2 minutes you already know who did this, but the characters they acted down with it's just sometimes it's annoying, therefore you're like, I'm bored, I'm gonna watch something fantastical. And yeah, so far this is the first episode, and I can say that I'm feeling bored yet. And also I think there's some fantastical, especially from what I've seen in the end here, where you see the sort of how the story's gonna progress. There's sort of some fantastical and spider power. It's interesting, although the core part of this series, I feel like it's going to be obviously with the mayor investigation and all that. I still feel like obviously along the way, when you're discovering and following somebody, you get to see something very cool. That is not to say that I don't really I'm not going to be interested or invested in the story. So far I'm invested enough, not too deep, but not like I'm not invested at all. So I'm just invested enough. Now the other episode, what they have to do for me is just take me from where I am and go up, not go down, but go up. So yeah, I'm really interested in that. And one of the other thing, I'm just gonna try to talk about the positives, then the negatives, then my overall thoughts and rating at the end. So yeah, when it comes to the one of my positives is that the way it looks. It's just the way the show, this first episode so far, the way it looks, and I feel like there's going to be the theme throughout the entire episode, throughout the entire series. And the way it looks, it's just fantastical, but at the same time, there's this I can't describe it in words, but you can just feel like the artistic vision is really amazing, because when you watch something that is set back in like the 1950s, I think the color was in 1950s, there's overall all that you greenish, no color life. It's just there's something about it that just feels like, okay, I mean 50s, yeah. But in this it's like, okay, maybe because this is fantastical, they try to do some more very unique way of showing things, and the color grading, it's just I like it, and also I think it's mostly because they intend to turn it in black and white, which I think there's obviously a black and white version with this, and because of that, that's why the color version looks the way it looks. Either way, I'm loving it, and also the feel of the city, when obviously when they do recreate some of the things with the 3D and recreate it, but there's that feeling of the feeling of 3D when you watch it. It's there, but it's not in the uncanny valley where it's like, okay, and this is terrible. No, it's like intended to be like that way, you know and the way they show us to us, because sometimes you can intend to show someone how you want your vision to look like, but it's still that somebody is going to see it as a horrible. In my case, I do love the way it looks. I really do love the way it looks. You can clearly tell that this part they shot it in, this is on set, or this part is not on set. it, they really did a great job. To me personally, the way it looks, the show, that's one of the apps about this first episode. I really like it. And there's some scenes that I was like, okay, you can just pause here, you can just take a screenshot, you can just print out this as an image, you can just put it on your wall, because that's how good it looks, so yeah, that's I think I've made it very clear how much I like the way this show looks. Then the other thing, I don't know about Spider-Noir. Therefore, I can't say that he's doing a great job or doing a bad job. But right now, I'm feeling like he's doing a good job. An older Spider-Man, Yeah, I don't know. Based on the film casting from beginning to up, it was always him, Nicolas Cage. So I feel like he's doing a great job. For others that have read the comics about him, maybe he's not doing a good job, or for how you interpret this guy to be done in the show. So I can't speak for you there. But as somebody who never watched not watched but read the comics, I'm just like, okay, the Spider-Man who doesn't want to do the job that he's doing, but somehow he's still involved. He's doing a great job of just being stuck there, trying to find a job that doesn't involve him getting killed or getting into danger, but somehow he's still finding himself in those situations. But also is like, I'm done with this. And also the backstory of this wife and all that. It's like, okay, he's doing a really great job of just being in the middle of all that. That's how I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm wrong when we look at the comics, but I haven't read any comics of this, so who knows? You know. Anyway, speaking of the story about him not wanting this, what I think that's interesting. That's why I actually think that this show to me was, uh, he doesn't really want to, like, he gave up being Spider-Man or raping the city like 25 years since his wife died. That's when he like was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this. Was it his wife or girlfriend? It doesn't matter. Uh, he was like, I'm done with this, but somehow he still chose the job of being an investigator. I'm betting he did this because it pays somewhat well, it pays somewhat well. And it was like, okay, I have these skills of investigating, why not use them, but also not being included in the crime and in solving part of it, but somehow, especially what they show in this episode, is really just hanging on. Like majority of the jobs that in the city are somewhat connected to the mayor. The mayor is a dangerous man because he kills everybody that tries to sort of go beyond him, like try to say that he's a bad person or anything like that. They just go quiet. They die. They get killed by him. Like we saw this in this episode. That guy, was also investigating the mayor and the guy with the powers and all that. He was warned by Ben that don't do this, it's dangerous. But it was like, man, $1,000, I'm doing this, and we end up seeing getting killed. So yeah, you can see that he doesn't want these jobs, but he's still somewhat involved. It's a very cool because it just keeps on the story going. There's something about it. Let's just see the next episode and see how that story goes. Yeah, and I did say there are some negatives. There's really much negative. Like, I can just think of, like, I'm gonna say this. It sometimes it felt a little bit dragged. They drag some things out. That's the feeling that I had. Maybe I'm yeah, I just felt that way. Like, it's a little bit long, but I don't mind. It's a series, although I would feel like it would benefit, when you don't binge watch it. But then again, when you think about it, it benefits when you actually binge watch it. Because right now, I can say, oh my god, I can't wait to watch the next episode. By the way it ended, I can't say that because it's not at that level for me. It's intriguing me into feeling that way. Therefore, if I have to watch this and I have this feeling like, okay, I need to watch this, binge watching it would probably be the best. So yeah, when it comes to shows, I guess when it comes to the binge watching or releasing it week by week, it depends. It really depends. On some benefit on binge watching, and I'm pretty sure this will benefit on it, while others would be better if we were to release episode by episode, because yeah, you'll be like, everybody's intrigued by the way this episode ended. Ooh, everyone is just gonna be talking about this the entire weekend. They're going to just be boosting the momentum, so that when the next episode airs, people just jump in, and the views will skyrocket. So yeah, it depends. And also the runtime, it's good. Somewhat feel dragged, but still, I think it's a good midpoint. It's not too much into 50s, but it's also not like 20 minutes long. So yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, the people about powers. Based on the way they talked about this, it seems like that he was the only one before that had powers. Therefore, this kind of question, makes me question, okay, so is there somebody else? Are they creating people or creating somewhat of a drug that gives people powers? What is happening in both? So far, from what I've gathered, he was the only one, Ben was the only one with powers, and he was the spider guy by some people. And now 5 years later, does do he have powers, and he's no longer the only one. So things are going to be tough for him to deal with. And also, it doesn't seem like he's strong or agile like as the other Spider-Man, like Peter and Miles and all the other ones. It doesn't seem like that he's that agile. So we'll see how that goes. These powers, maybe I'm wrong, maybe just odd. We'll see. We'll see. So, guys, anyway, if you like my reaction to the first episode of Spider-Man now, make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what do you think about this episode. That being said, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.